Bitcoin trend continues to drop. Can we see the price starting with 1? The concept of always temporarily cold. To sum up, the market is very sluggish. Reconstruction of Bitcoin mining computing power. Is the future of miners dark or bright? Base goes on strike for the first time. Community was scared. Insufficient practical experience in Layer 2. Visa partners with Solana, advancing stablecoin settlement. Encrypted payment upgrade. Encryption agency lawsuits continue to bring good news. The US SEC's influence is not as good as before. Change the world with cryptocurrency. Get our wealth code. Let's get rich together.
This is Media Blockchain. On Thursday, September 7, I am Michael. Greetings to everyone in Seoul. Bitcoin is now without a doubt testing a low point at the daily level, about $24,700. This location been down a few times already, although it rebounded without touching, but the bounce distance, let's take a look. It's not far away, and the energy is not enough. Let's look at the current energy. Clearly a drop in energy, greater than the rising energy. So from the technical point of view, Bitcoin's decline, now it is very obvious. After falling below $24,000, what will happen? Everyone sees $22,000, $24,000. It's pulled up by several sun wires. But once it falls below $24,700, then the lower support could be $22,000. After us $22,000, it is an integer mark of 20,000. So you say, is it possible? We will see. What about Bitcoin at the beginning? Write down your answer in the comment area. We can only say, bear market. This wave of decline should be said. It's really entered the countdown stage. Let's look again. Bitcoin network computing power, because it's about having time. When will it be? Now the whole network computing power is 401. Then 409. Dropped a little. Network difficulty is 54. The next adjustment is expected to drop another 5%. It seems that many mining companies, I can't stand it, choose to shut down. That's what I always say. Currency price drop. Then the drop in computing power. There may be a time lag. Can see now. Many mining companies may not be able to withstand it. No profit. Now this time will choose to shut down. So if according to the current difficulty adjustments for mining and computing power, Bitcoin block time, about 10 minutes and 34 seconds, estimated at this rate, having time, it should be on April 26 next year. But if the market continues to slump, if the currency price is relatively low, the halving time is 10 or 20 days earlier, is also possible. In general, short-term currency price down. It is not conducive to the development of the mining industry, but in the long run, at this time, isn't it a good time to enter? Up soon. Let's get ready. Let's take a look at concept board. Since iConcept stocks rose to the sky, tokens have also been popular for a while. But now, according to cryptocurrency data provider Keiko says, $1 billion was invested in artificial intelligence startups. But people for interest in tokens is decreasing. Let's take a look at the current market. Among the iConcept coins in the head, total market cap of the 5 top tokens from $170 million down to the current $60 million. It can be said that the trend has fallen very badly. Specifically, we see Fed down 58%, Grab fell 62%, Modri down 52%, Rose fell 54%. If the market is unstable, continue to fall, should be a high probability event. But the concept currency of compared to stock, I think it's more like a heat. There's not much internal logic to speak of. In other words, concept coin, like meme coin, you really don't understand its intrinsic value. Where the hell? Okay, please like. We'll sort 24 hours industry news out right away. Everyone knows Bitcoin mining. If you follow what's from our daily, we all know now is a global digital gold rush. Many countries are embracing Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, so each having been the miners, we will face new challenges and opportunities. From Bitcoin, start from 50 blocks to 25 rewards. Every halving miners have to face can be survive such a torture. But every time with the miner laughed and bent over to the end. Let's review history of the mining industry. 2 years have passed. We saw the Chinese miners general rout and flight, then also witnessed the rise of the North American mining industry. once in the hands of the Chinese, holds 70% of Bitcoin, computing power and pricing power. But now the distribution of global computing power, more and more balanced, then the miner also from the failure to learn a lesson, continuously adjust the operation strategy. Current state of mining. What is it like?
To 2023. We saw the respite period of computing power price. Current Bitcoin computing power has grown substantially in 2023. Data shows Bitcoin's hash rate 50 increase compared to the beginning of the year, increased from 255 EHS to 380 EHS. Mining difficulty is reaching after the all-time high of 53.91 T. Declined, a decrease of 2.94. As Bitcoin's rally stalls and difficulty reached an all-time high in July, the pressure returns to the computing power price. Under the current currency standard, the price is 0.00244 BTC per day.
Every halving, I just told you, from 50 rewards to 25 to 12.5 to 6.25, every time a miner feels can't survive. Do you think when Bitcoin halved for the first time, only a few dollars, your computing power is reduced by half, minus were mining? Then the computer can dig. How do miners live? Then from 50 to 25, 25 to 12.5, halving of computing power every time. Everyone can see this price surge is a starting point. But now mining from Bitcoin, overall industry, some costly miners may face a very serious challenge. If your electricity bill not cheap enough, then your computing power level must face the threat of shutdown. Even you may have to quit mine the field. So we can foresee, after this halving, there will be some very intense reconstruction and competition of computing power. On the other hand, in the future, if production increases further, there will be some emerging mining areas. For example, Latin America, the Middle East, Russia. These are the hot spots. But not to say North America will not keep the steady increase in computing power. If computing power is cheap enough, miners of all sizes will start looking various opportunities. So we are witnessing a global for the future. The adventures of Bitcoin mining. Do you want to join? Speaking of the downtime king in the public chain world, what do you think? Solana without a doubt. In fact, the speed is safe, and decentralization is an impossible triangle. We must compromise on one side. So until now, Solana has also maintained 9 downtimes. Record of 9 times in 1 year. So once the public chain is shut down, user experience will be poor. Your property will be very dangerous. Last night, launched by Coinbase, layer 2 blockchain network-based chain, encountered the first major disruption. Then Beijing time 5:36, the base chain stops producing blocks up to 45 minutes. This can scare crypto users a lot. Entire cryptocurrency community. The pot exploded in an instant.
Today at 5:36 am, Base Tracker reports that investigating block production stagnation. About 20 minutes later, it found the problem and started applying bug fixes. However, remote procedure calls on mainnet. There are still some lingering questions. 1.5 hours after interruption, Base team report. Network health verified. And RPC API restored. The official reason for the downtime is finally, there is a problem with the internal infrastructure. For some cryptocurrency experts, this glitch may not have been a surprise. Head of research at Collective Shift, Matt Williamson reminds everyone, although the Ethereum network and Layer 2, there is a difference in the stability of the memory blockchain. But using Layer 2 solution, not equivalent to using the Ethereum main chain. Current data shows, bases in all Layer 2 chains. The ranking quickly rose to the 4th. The total lockup volume has approached 400 million. Reached $381 million.
Base is a layer 2 solution built on top of the Ethereum blockchain. It's not a core protocol to begin with.
For this downtime, the official explanation is that, due to some internal infrastructure, needs to be reorganized. So Layer 2 memory blocks create delays. Now the problem is solved. All funds, all without risk. Perhaps this can be understood as, he said, normal, acceptable thoughts. After all, anything new, it takes time to adjust and optimize. So until now, do you understand what I said? All altcoins, they're all working for Bitcoin. What means? Take a look. 10 years of Bitcoin been forked, but Bitcoin's mainnet, never billing error delays, or any technical problems. Who is more stable? Who is more valuable? You can see each other here.
The hotness and controversy of stablecoins. Visa, PayPal and new challenges to financial stability. 10 years is not too late for a gentleman to take revenge. Coinbase chooses fighting with SEC this time.
Although the summer is a bear market, but the whole market still relatively cold. But there are two things I think say it's very hot right now, things everyone should pay attention to. The first one is Visa Master. They want to hug settlement of digital currency. For example, Visa is going through Solana's chain to make us payments against traditional fiat currencies. This is what I think. The whole payment field, a very earth-shattering thing. Master is not far behind. What's the other thing? That is, PayPal will issue stable currency PUDs. Everyone thinks stabling market is dust. The market has been divided. Here is almost no profit margin. PayPal does not believe in evil. I really want to put it in the stable currency. Why do these capital giants focus on the digital currency track? I think this and their future judgment are closely related. But these traditional capital giants enter the field of digital currency will also inevitably lead to series of controversies.
Let's see first. A new force in this market. PayPal. PYUSD just launched in August. Still hot. Member of the Executive Board of the European Central Bank. Fabio Panetta. But for the new force in this market. Questioned. He thinks stablecoins issued by private companies such as PayPal not only threatens financial stability of economic markets, and once they get dominance and monopoly, it may also hinder healthy competition in the market.
Exactly as Panetta said, his worries. Part of me agree, because it is true that the issuance of stablecoins to the current traditional financial institutions forms some potential competition, and the stablecoin itself, current distribution mechanism, there are also some risks. First, the issuer of the stable currency, usually a private company, then its asset reserves, how to fight a run, how to get income safely. These are stablecoin management problem to be solved. Next, issuers of these stable counters. If a monopoly is obtained, possibly healthy competition for the market have a negative impact. Then Visa and Solana cooperate. What's going on? Visa is making it stable, or the settlement function for fiat currency, expand to the Solana chain, plans and WorldPay and MV, etc. These merchants come to cooperate. Let users use a Visa card. You can use payment channels in more than 100 countries. There is no doubt that this gives stable counters push to application, push to payment level, opens a very large window. So all these mainstream financial institutions, what they do shows stable counters are gradually going mainstream. Jack Ma has a saying, if the bank does not change, we change the bank. This sentence applies here as well. In fact, there are two more things this year make everyone feel relieved. The first is that Grayscale won the SEC lawsuit. Ripple also beat the SEC. So many people in the currency circle in the United States. These companies are used to being bullied by the SEC. Now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. And many companies have started to have a sense of resistance. Coinbase is one of them, a subsidiary of Coinbase recently. Institutional lending service launch. You know, under pressure from the SEC. This Coinbase, I dare not produce any derivatives. Now not only institutions can borrow money and ask interest rate products, also online. So now it seems that the crypto space is about to stage the Avengers encrypted game. Take a look.
Coinbase product policy for the past few months seems a bit unexpected. After all, Coinbase just decided a few days ago, before November 20th, cancellation of retail-oriented Bitcoin borrowing program. Now it's launched. Institutional lending services. Also, in September 2021, it was rumored SEC takes aim at lending product Coinbase Lend, claims that the product is a security and warned that if the product has further updates, will sue Coinbase. At the same time, Coinbase also removed the product and said, decided not to launch USDC interest rate products. However, in mid-June this year, Coinbase launched USDC income product. This is a basis count USDC holdings interest rate products with yields up to 4%. Coinbase's ongoing lawsuit with the SEC. It seems that for them in terms of product diversity, not too much pressure and restrictions. Coinbase before.
And we met with the SEC 30 times in the last year. They never gave us a single piece of feedback about what we could be doing better. We just got silence. And when we asked them, how would you like us to register? We have this dormant broker-dealer license. Could we activate that? We really got silence. And so it's not appropriate for the regulator to come back and do an enforcement action if we don't have a clear rule book and clear guidance.
To some extent, victory in these lawsuits, I think it's obvious. American law still makes sense, so everyone see. Don't maintain fairness in an industry. How important is, you can see how many years have passed. Coinbase is getting harder. Now you won't provide lending services to retail investors. I'm always okay with institutions. You are not allowed to use us to loan interest rate products. As is always okay. Can see now, many currency companies. No more compromises with the SEC. Gary Gensler used a sneeze. The currency circle will be shaken. But now with these, the lessons learned from winning the lawsuit, I think everyone should have nothing to fear. It is hoped that more and more institutions, able to stand up, say no to unfair regulation.
Grayscale sent a letter to the SEC stating that SEC will GBTC convert to spot Bitcoin ETF. 19B4 document review time. 3 times the allotted time. GBTC is ready. After regulatory approval. Operating as an ETF. Circle announced on the X platform. Cross-chain transfer protocol. CSTP has been launched on OP mainnet. CSTP is now available through 12 routes between 4 networks. Transfer USDC, including Ethereum, Avalanche, Arbitrum and Optimism Network. By Step parent company. New game Gas Hero developed by Find Satoshi Lab. Announced that Polygon will be exclusively launched. Expected game will be officially released in December 2023. Bit Digital releases August production report. Bitcoin production reached 139.9 in August. 5% increase from last month. As of the end of August. Computing power up to 2 o'clock 3 EHS. BTC and ETH Treasury holdings. 758.5 and 13,002.1 respectively. Hold BTC equivalent. Worth $45.3 million. Musk social platform X. Taint Mississippi. Payment Services Remittance License. Since then, Company X has established operations in 8 U.S. states. Obtain a payment regulatory license. Except Mississippi. And Arizona. Georgia, Maryland. Michigan, New Hampshire. Missouri and Rhode Island.
If you often play NFT, you often hear the word mint. What does mint mean? In Chinese, it means casting. That is, if the artist created an NFT, video, pictures or music, this action of converting it into an NFT, just called mint. If you see a work of art, then you pay its price by, and the payment shui, minting fee. This picture or music will be in your wallet, as only you can have. Unica said, well, that is all for today. If you think our channel is interesting, welcome to share it or follow our channel. Also welcome to be our member exclusive group. You can check all membership benefits here. I'm in Seoul. See you tomorrow.